Alrighty, so today I'm going to be drawing a cigarette fish. But what do I mean by a cigarette fish? Well, essentially what I'm going to be drawing in today's video is a fish that looks like a cigarette. Pretty self-explanatory in all honesty, but that is what I'm drawing today nonetheless. And today I'm going to be drawing in my SOHO Urban Artist Sketchbook, and I'm going to be drawing with my Pilot Metropolitan ballpoint pen with a Pilot G2 0.7mm insert inside of it. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get my sketchbook all opened up to the nearest open page if I possibly can. There we go. Here's the nearest open page. Let's go ahead and flip it over now. Let's go ahead and put it into landscape rather than portrait. Bring my phone down just a little bit. And now, excuse me, as I clear my, as I'm getting words all jumbled up. As I clear my throat, let's go ahead and get the cap all off of my pen. And now let's go ahead and start this drawing off. So I'm thinking I want to do a longer and more thin fish than not, that is for sure, like a cigarette, of course. And I'm thinking I want like the mouth area to be very much like the ash, and then I want the center of the fish to be very much just like the paper, and then I want the tail to be like the cigarette butt. That's kind of what I'm thinking at least, and I can't really think of a very good way to kind of describe what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to show y'all what I am trying to do rather than trying to describe it. So let's go ahead and start off with the mouth ash area of the cigarette fish. So let's go ahead and just start just like that kind of thing. And this is kind of what I'm thinking. It's not quite what I wanted, just because this is a little bit too big, in all honesty. I was kind of thinking it was going to be a little bit smaller, but this is a little bit too big. But what I was going to do is I was then going to go ahead and do like a little bit of an eye right here, another little eye like over here, excuse me, over here, something like that kind of thing. And then I was just going to make all of this very dark. I was going to do like a little bit of a, it's like cork style over here, something like that kind of thing, like cork style pattern. But this one really didn't turn out all that good, so I definitely am thinking I'm going to have to give this another go. So let's go ahead and flip the page, and let's go ahead and give this another go. And I think this time, to try to regulate how big the fish is, I am first off going to actually draw not the head, but actually the rest of the fish first. So that's what I'm going to do first off. So I'm going to go ahead and start right about here, and I'm just going to draw all the way down, and I'm going to do that like right there as well. Draw that all the way up, and then just like that kind of thing. Hopefully that should work. And then now I'm going to do a little bit of a like that. And there we go. That's definitely like a little bit better. And what I'm doing now is I'm just making this whole area right here just look like it has got like a, excuse me, sort of like cork style cigarette filter pattern. It does kind of, I'm just kind of making it look like the fish is wearing underwear there in all honesty, but that's okay. And then now I'm kind of thinking it needs like a little bit of a design right here or something like that. So let's just write right here. Cigarette. Just like that kind of thing. Whoopsies. Just like that. So it just says cigarette right there. And now I'm kind of thinking this needs some more like details and stuff like that kind of thing. And I'm actually kind of thinking, I regret kind of doing the cork style pattern a little bit. I should have just done like some shading or something like that kind of thing. I think I could do this better. So I might give this another go, in all honesty. But I do like the concept, and I do like how this looks more so than not. It does look a little bit like a cigarette, in all honesty. But I think really the main thing that's kind of messing me up is, excuse me, I'd have to say, oh, and also this guy doesn't have a fin. That's messing me up as well. He definitely needs fins if he's a fish. I think the main thing that's really messing me up is really the tail, in all honesty. Like, I'm kind of thinking I want the design to kind of swoop down a little bit more at an angle, and then to kind of have the tail like coming up like right afterwards kind of thing. That's kind of what I'm thinking at least. So I think I'm going to try to give it another go and see how it turns out after that. Nah. Nah, I think I drew this too big. I need to do it smaller. It just doesn't look right this big. This is actually more difficult than I thought it was going to be, in all honesty. Nah. Still kind of looks like the fish is wearing underwear, in all honesty. But that's okay. And that eye is too far away, but that's okay. I'm still not particularly happy with this. I'm still not, in all honesty. Well, I could always do an unfiltered cigarette. It doesn't have to have a filter, right? Because I think really my main issue with this is just the fact that I don't really like how this looks right here. I'm just not a fan at all. I don't like it. Not a fan. But I don't have to do a filtered cigarette. This doesn't have to have a filter. And this is meant to be the filter. So I think I might just do the ash with no filter, and I think I'll like it more after that. And I might make this a more classically styled fish, like I actually like to draw, like without it. I don't really like drawing fish that are like really long and stuff like that kind of thing. I don't know, they just look kind of funky in my personal opinion. I'm gonna try drawing like a more classically styled fish this time. Whoopsies. Accidentally smeared some ink. And that's the fish as it sits. I'm pretty sure I'm all done. I don't really think there's really much else for me to do besides just cleaning up some areas over here and whatnot kind of thing. I think that's it though. This fish definitely looks quite different than my normal fish that I draw. I wouldn't really say that I accomplished my goal, what I wanted to draw. I wouldn't really say that I accomplished what I set out to draw in today's video. Does this really look like a cigarette fish? Not really, in all honesty, not really. It just kind of looks like a fish. It's kind of weird up front and not so weird in the back. I don't know. I don't really feel like I accomplished what I set out to accomplish today. But I'm not unhappy with this drawing per se, but I'm not really like super happy with it either because it's not exactly what I really wanted to draw, in all honesty. Either way though, I guess I have at least put my idea down on paper, and I found out that I'm not really a big fan of this idea. So this by no means was a waste of time. Putting an idea down on paper, whether you like it, whether you don't, is always a good thing to do, and I'm certainly glad that I decided to do that in today's video. Well, I don't really think I have anything else to say. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this drawing and all of the other drawings I did in today's video. Do you guys think that this counts as a cigarette fish? While I personally might not think it does count, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And of course, please make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram, my book, my merch, my P.O. Box, and my main channel all in the description down below. Go check it all out. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, y'all. Till the next one. I'm getting more words all jumbled up. Yeah, like, subscribe, check out everything in the description down below. To the next one, stay safe and peace, and have a great one. Yes, sir, you know what I'm saying?